Hey y'all, Jamie here. Proud 55-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. And yeah, I stress that trans part a little bit. Listen, we're going to take a little detour today from the usual because I have kept my mouth shut about everything going on in the United States right now, from what happened to a certain Mr. Kirk to, what's coming out of a certain Jeffree Star's mouth, to what's coming out of Donald Trump's mouth, to what's coming out of Nancy Mace's mouth, to what's coming out of you name its mouth, okay? We all know, okay? And I know that I am known for doing this story time thing and all of that, but listen, I have some opinions. And if I were a shy little wallflower, if I were a shy little wallflower about giving my opinions just because it was inconvenient or socially unacceptable or frowned upon or politically incorrect, I wouldn't be who the hell I am today. And who I am today is someone who started at 14 years old in 1984, medically transitioning on my own on the streets after my mother threw me out. And then my father and stepmother said, best of luck, you know. So, yeah, I sucked dick to survive as a 14-year-old kid. That's what I did because you know why? That's what society allowed 14-year-old trans kids to do back then. It wasn't an argument about which bathroom are you going to use at school. That wasn't even the argument, honey. It was, you're not coming to school. You're a freak. Get the hell on the street where you belong so that we can pay you for sex after dark. That's what the real tea was, you know? And listen, people want to say, they want to act like trans kids just started when this whole COVID thing happened. It's because of COVID. You're an idiot if you believe that, okay? I am a trans kid. I was a trans kid, okay? I did this as a kid. I was still very much a minor when I started growing breast on my chest and changed the puberty in the course of my life, okay? So we've existed. We've always existed. We've always been here. And it's ridiculous, this demonization of our community right now. And then for someone like, I'm sorry, but a bitter transvestite like Jeffree Star to pop up and attack trans women and talk about you should be in prison if you go to use the bathroom. Excuse me, Mary? You wouldn't have even been able to discover that CoverGirl doesn't cover boy if it wouldn't have been for my generation and the leagues of generations before me that paved that path for your queer ass to get up there and do more gender affirming care than me, a full blown post op trans woman, and you still look like a fucking dude. And that's what you're really bitter about. You spent all that money to look as womanly and cunty as possible. And look at you. You still look like a dude. And that's why you're on their side and with the right, just like Blair White and the rest of the little pick-me's in today's society, you know? But for those of us who were born with this, lived with this our whole lives, didn't really try to fight it growing up. We owned who the hell we were because there are a lot of us. See, there's a whole lot of us that died because of AIDS and drugs and men murdering us and you name it, you know. There's a lot of us that are dead. In fact, I know hundreds of dead transsexuals. I know more dead transsexuals than I do live, which is a pathetic statement of this world. And now they want to dehumanize us even further. You know? Mr. Trump in the White House wants to dehumanize us. He wants El Salvador to start building more facilities for the homegrowns. Who the hell do y'all think the homegrowns are going to be? I mean, come on. And I've had people warn me, don't do this video, girl. Stick to your little lighthearted stories about the old days and sucking dick on the corner. Don't go getting into politics because they're going to come for you. Darling, I am who I am, and I'm very proud of who I am, and I own who I am, and I am responsible for who I am because people that support that MAGA shit, they're the same people, okay, that put me on the streets as a 14-year-old kid because I didn't live up to their Christian, ideals of what I was supposed to be. That was their idea of conservative love. Get out there on that corner so that the other conservatives can come pick you up when their wives aren't looking and suck your little pee-pee for some money. Because that's the real deal that happens in life for us, for trans women, okay? Make no mistake, they can demonize us in public, and where we'll go is to the streets, just like we did before. And it'll all go underground, and the procedures can go underground, the hormones can go underground. It can all go underground, honey, because where there's a will, there's a way, and they're not going to stop us. Like, if you are truly meant for this, if this is who you are meant to be, darling, I can promise you this much. You will find a way. You will claw, fight, scratch. You will crawl through shit for $1 if you must. But you will achieve what you must achieve to be who the hell you are. And then dare anyone, president or anyone, congresswoman, anyone, okay? Tired ass makeup wearing little transvestite that wants to read trans women, even though he wouldn't be able to do what he does, Miss Jeffree Star, if it wasn't for us. But, whatever. Listen, we will survive. And those of us that are meant for this, we will find our ways, honey. They're not going to stop us. Make no mistake, y'all. And I will be back with story time. I promise. So if you want to know what happens next, listen. Sorry for the detour, but I had to get some things off my chest. Mother had to speak. So I love you all. I love you all for watching, and I love you for the comments, and I look forward to what this one stirs up. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.